Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another conversation in this series that is brought to you by TelioEV. What are the primary issues that we have seen in e-mobility? Let's see some of them. Availability of charging stations, the reliability, ease of charging the EV, smooth billing and payment, to name a few. But how do you address them? Well, we do that particular thing with a charging station management system. To understand more about it and how it functions in order to make using an EV a delightful experience, we have with us Mr. Gurpal Singh, Solutions Architect at TelioEV. Gurpal has over 13 years of experience in information technology and had been a part of organizations like Infosys and DXC Technologies prior to assuming his current role at TelioEV. He thus has a profound understanding of customer and user patterns in the North American and European markets. Hello, Gurpal. Welcome to this episode. It is a pleasure to have you here with us, and we look forward to an enlightening conversation with you.
Yep. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for having me over for this session.
Sweet. So let's begin with the questions we have, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll fire away the first one. What are the key challenges that TelioEV charging management solutions address in the electric vehicle industry?
Yeah. So, like to address a few, Anak, like since the industry is still in the revolution phase, right? We are spawning as an industry for EV charging infrastructure, as well as the EV industry is also taking time to get matured in this market. So there are a lot of issues that are being faced by people who are working closely within this industry, who are utilizing the basically services provided by this industry. Like, for example, if I say a EV user, right? If I am a EV user, there will be a lot of challenges that I will face. Like, I don't know where to charge my vehicle, right? How much time will it take to get my vehicle charged? Even if I reach any charger, will that charger be available for me at that time or not? How do I management time during a journey which is like hundreds of miles, right? How do I address these things? This is the problem that the EV user faces, right? And the biggest problem that they face is the range anxiety, right?
Yeah.
The other part of the problem is the charge station operators. Whoever is deploying the chargers to the network, right? They also do have a set of problems that needs to be addressed so that they can give a ease of convenience for their customers, whoever is going to the charging station to charge their vehicle. So at TelioEV, we are trying to cover both. Like we are trying to address the issues that the CPOs or maybe the charge station vendors, operators, they are facing, as well as the problems that the EV users are facing while they are utilizing the network deployed by these platform owners, right? So to start with, I'll start like how we are addressing the problem that the CPOs or the charge station operators or who all are deploying the chargers they are facing. So we have a very seamless process of onboarding a charger on TelioEV. As soon as you become a TelioEV customer, our group of experts will reach out to you to guide you for any of the issue that you might face in the initial deployment of your chargers, right? This is one. So one is the knowledge transfer part. We give a good amount of knowledge transfer to our customers. Second is like whenever you are buying a charger, which you think you will be deploying at some location, there can be a lot of tons of challenges that are that you might face when the charger is deployed to your system. And after that, if the blame game goes on, like it is a hardware issue or is it a software issue, we don't want to see that. So what we do is before you deploy any charger, we make sure the connectivity, the charger transactions, everything is being tested while the charger is sitting in the factory itself before it goes to the site, so that customer doesn't have to face these challenges there, right? So this kind of challenges we are handling. Then after your chargers are deployed to the system, there can be connectivity issues because although you have spent a lot of amount on deploying the charger, setting it up, right? But at the end, to communicate with the server of the CMS, you need the network connectivity. So there are multiple channels for that. Like there is GSM connectivity, Ethernet, Wi-Fi. We'll guide you with that process, like what works best for your location to make sure the connectivity is seamless, right? So these kind of support we are providing to the CMS users as well as for our customers. If their end user, like for our customers, CMS users, their end user is the EV user, right? The person who is charging their EV vehicle. So any issue that they face while charging their vehicle, our support team is available for them 24/7, and we try to address their issues as well, right? So this is about the first part. Yeah. You have a question, please?
Please continue.
Yeah. For the second part, as I said, for the EV user, we are killing a lot of challenges that they are facing. One is range anxiety. So by killing the killing the range anxiety, what we are doing is we are deploying although we are giving them the power of charging their vehicles on the TelioEV and our customer chargers as well, but we are also giving them a discovery app where they can also navigate to the off network chargers, which are more than 12,000 right now. So this gives a more freedom to the customer so that they can navigate to any charger or charge their vehicle. So these kind of freedom we're giving. And also, as I said, there is a 24/7 support for the EV users as well. They can call our team anytime and we'll be helping them out for any issue that they are facing. So that's about it.
When you say the EV user, it means the client that TelioEV has along with the person who is at the final node, say an EV driver. So both of those are covered, yeah.
Yes, both are covered. Yeah.
So adding to these virtues that you just mentioned that TelioEV CMS offers, or other CSMS offers, how do you see them contributing to the overall growth of the electric vehicle adoption?
Yeah. So, since this industry is evolving right now, right? Everyone is right now afraid that even if I buy an electric vehicle right now, first is I have to pay a premium amount to buy an electric vehicle above the petrol or diesel vehicle, right? One problem that comes to my mind is that how will I cover that amount with my journey through that EV vehicle? Second is, will I get enough support from the charging infrastructure that is being deployed? Will I get enough number of chargers that are there in the market where I can utilize and charge my vehicle so that I don't get stuck up anywhere? I don't have to call the insurance guy or maybe customer care every time to tow my vehicle or maybe give me a remote charger for getting me going, right? So for these two things, one is like we are giving you a view of how much you have utilized your vehicle, right? In the mobile app, you can see your EV vehicle is utilized and you are getting the optimum utilization out of your EV or not. Second is, as I mentioned, range anxiety. We are giving you enough number of chargers for the off network and the on network chargers as well, so that you can navigate to them and perform the charging. In addition to that, even if I'm trying to plan 1,000-mile journey, I'm planning to go from Delhi to Mumbai by road, right? My application will give you a route planner wherein you can plan your route from Mumbai to Delhi based on where you will get the most number of chargers. So this will give you extra flexibility to plan your route before leaving for your journey, and it will add up to your confidence, right? The main thing that is addressing the issues of the EV user, as we say, like we are talking about the EV drivers or fleet managers, is the range, and we are addressing these issues by providing some very interesting features like route planner or maybe navigation and all those things.
So this route planner that you mentioned, that is within the bundle of features that is provided by the TelioEV offering, right?
Yes, it is there in the mobile application.
Lovely. See, another question, I mean, it is of paramount importance, and I suppose our audience would agree, and so will you, that security and reliability of the entire charging network, that is absolutely mandatory to be maintained if we want this e-mobility sort of revolution to pan out in the manner that we dream, right? So how does TelioEV ensure the security and reliability of its charging network for both operators and users?
Yeah. So I'll go a bit technical on this one because to address the concerns like security, right? There will be some technical jargons that I'll be using here. So when we say security, there are multiple places where your data can be impacted, right? So we are making sure that your data is being secured or your authorization and authentication is secured at every point. There is a communication with the system. So to start with, when we talk about the CMS users or the mobile app users, right? We have an industry standard OAuth2 security implemented in our system, right? We are using the identity access management system, which is Keycloak, to make sure that the person who is intended to log in into the system, that person is only being able to log in and use the application, right? So we are using the IAM for that. Then the next part is how do we maintain the user sessions? So without every time when you log into our application, right, there is a token that is being associated with your account, and that token is just between the user application and the server. there is no way that token can be compromised. And if there is an attempt to compromise, that server will immediately lock you off, right? Next part is the data security. So while there is a, like, since we are talking about the interoperability, right? There will be a lot of data transfer between the mobile application, the server, the charger, the server, and the CMS, wherever it is being used, and the server, right? So we are using the transport level security as well, which is as per the industry standards. For the data which is being hosted on our servers, we are using the industry standard norms that are being recommended by the cloud providers like AWS, Azure, and we are making sure that your data is secure with the server, right? We are using the firewall mechanisms there. We are using the secret manager mechanism there. So there is a lot of things in place to handle the data security as well. And for the cloud level security, like how we are securing your application, we are deploying your application in the private VPCs. We are not exposing it directly to the open IP addresses so that anyone can hit it. So any traffic that comes into our server, right, it will first go to our load balancer, and if our load balancer qualifies that traffic, then only it will get routed to our VPC. So this is how we are making sure that at every point the data, the customer benefit, and also the customer login is secured in TelioEV. I hope I know I have been a bit technical on this one, but yeah, to address this needed this information.
So having seen the user challenges, right, at the at the level at which a user is, say, an EV driver is, the challenges that he or she faces, having seen how TelioEV ensures the reliability and security of the charging station network, let's come down to the optimization part. How do you see, what role does data analytics in particular play in optimizing the charging infrastructure through TelioEV solutions?
Yeah. So data analytics is a key player here because, like, again, I'll repeat my statement again that the industry is evolving right now, right? So as and when the industry is evolving, there is a lot of change that we may see in the user pattern as well, right? So suppose I thought that I'll be deploying a charger at some location which I feel is a premium location for charging, but later I don't see any revenue coming out of it, right? So analytics plays a key role here, wherein I can see like how much my charger is being utilized, how much revenue I'm getting through that charger. Or maybe there are, suppose, 50 chargers in my network. I can go into the detail of each charger and see the data related to them so that I can make an informed decision if I want to relocate my charger, or maybe next time I want to plan better, right? Analytics provide a key role here. So whenever we see those analytics, it gives me a view like how can I plan my network better. One is that. Second is analytics can also give me the technical challenges that are being faced by my network, right? Suppose I have deployed a charger but that is not functioning because the internet connectivity is not up to the mark, right? Then how do I know that? I cannot go to each charger daily and see like how much connectivity I'm getting from there, right? Even when in the CMS, if I go to 50 chargers, it will take me a lot of time, right? But if I have a single view where I can see the whole network chargers and see like how much is their connectivity, how much is their turnaround time, how the data is functioning, what kind of negative alerts or positive alerts I'm getting from the charger, I'll give a single view there. And this can also help me to troubleshoot those technical issues from the CMS itself. So analytics is playing a key role here for management as well, planning of your network as well, and also for the technical decisions that you want to take about your network.
And you also remain ready for any future discrepancies that pop in the network, because you already have the data at your disposal, and you may incorporate the maintenance analytics for maintaining your infrastructure, and be on top of any unwanted circumstances. If they arrive, you just don't wait for them to be at your doorstep knocking. You knock them instead in advance, right?
Yes, you have mentioned a really good point here. Like right now, we are using this data to show the analytics, right? But as we'll have more data that we collect using the networks that we have, right? There will be a huge chance of introducing the AI/ML part here so that we can predict what will happen next, right? It will give us a predictive analysis like what all can happen with my network at a future stage, so that I can plan those things earlier. So prevention is better than cure. That will be something that we'll be doing using the AML part here. But yeah, right now, since the industry is in a very nascent stage, we are gathering the data, and based on that data, we'll be playing the AML once we have enough amount of data to be structured.
Okay, so do you have any success stories to share with us? I mean, in any case studies where the TelioEV management charging management system has made a significant impact on the EV charging operations? Any case studies of such a nature?
Yes, sure. I'll give one example here. Like one of our customers, right? They had some 120 kilowatt chargers ready with them. Yeah. And they wanted to deploy those chargers as soon as possible because they have already put in the money to buy those chargers and their infra related stuff, right? But they were really worried because the place where they wanted to deploy those chargers was not giving a supply of 120 kilowatts. And they just wanted, they didn't know how to handle this situation, right? Because they've already spent a lot of money and they're not getting anything out of it. So they came to us like they were asking for a solution, and we recommended the smart charging solution to them. We said that even if the place where you want to install the charger is not supporting the 120 kilowatt charger, what we can do is, until the place is not able to give that much output, we can align your charger to reduce the capacity, right? If that place is giving you the 20 kilowatt output, right, we'll reduce your charger capacity to 20 kilowatt using the TelioEV smart charging solution. And you can at least get some revenue out of your charger until the place has upscaled for the energy level. So this is one case that we have done. The other success story, I think it is a repetitive success story at TelioEV, that we are handling our clients, right? Our clients and their clients, which are the EV users. We are handling any issue that they face on a regular basis 24/7, and based on the learnings that we get from the market use cases, right? We are definitely making the changes into our system so that it becomes more robust with the future. So this is a daily success story for us.
So the charging management solution, particularly the TelioEV charging management solution, you provide a granular control over to the scale of the charging station remotely, right? So a person who is sitting at the dashboard, who is the admin or whatever is the terminology, whoever is administering the network, they can go to that level, to the granularity of tweaking with the, or at least accessing the charging station, individual charging station, right?
Yes, they can do that. If the charger is a smart charger, they can, it depends on the hardware as well, right? If the hardware is smart charging enabled hardware, then we can push the charging profiles onto the charger and tweak the amount of output the charger is giving to the vehicle based on the timings as well. And it can be done remotely, all through the TelioEV CMS application.
Sweet. Since you are you already mentioned the challenges that are being faced by EV charging, and since EV charging is facing those challenges, it amounts to a challenge to the entire e-mobility industry, because it is sort of a foundational block, EV charging, right? Now, what I mean to ask you is, since you are already looking at challenges in real time, and you are coming across with solutions for those challenges, right? What are the future inventions or features, right, that we can expect to see in the iterations that come for the TelioEV charging management system?
Yeah. So there is a lot of it in the roadmap, Anak. But yeah, to mention a few which we'll have in really near future, we are planning to give our revamped mobile application really soon, which will be more user friendly. The UI UX has been improved tremendously so that it gives a better user journey or better user experience, right? One is that. Second is, we have recently rolled out our tariff management system, wherein you can define the tariff of your charger based on the peak hours. You know that my charger will function more during the hours of 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., right? You can define the tariff for that particular time as well, so that you can charge a premium on the peak hours. Or maybe if there is a idle time on your charger, right? You can reduce the tariff level for that idle time, so that at least some amount of revenue will be generated for that ideal time as well. So one this feature we have already rolled out, right? Next, we are planning to give the auto payment settlement for our CPOs, for our admins, for our clients, that any kind of settlement that is pending between the client and TelioEV can be settled automatically through the system as well. Right now, we are doing this as a manual process based on our agreed upon settlement cycle. But yeah, we are planning to do it soon on a automated basis. Then we have to also evolve our protocols, right? Because the heart and core of the EV industry is the protocol, and anyone who is following the protocol properly is functioning through the proper channel, right? So we are already 100% compliant on OCPP 1.6, and soon we will be compliant on OCPP 2.0.1 as well. Also, we have two of the modules for our OCPI channel ready, which is we are performing as a dual role right now, EMSP and CPO. Soon we'll be developing the module to become a hub as well, right? So these kind of innovations, and to top on all these things, based on the data gathered, there will be a lot of AI/ML stuff that we'll be introducing really soon on TelioEV.
So when you say OCPI, please correct me if I am wrong in assuming. So that will incorporate roaming functionality within the solution itself. Is that right?
Yes, the roaming functionality is already enabled, but the topology that we have implemented right now is the dual role, right? TelioEV can act as a EMSP and TelioEV can act as a CPO as well, right? So OCPI is already functional in TelioEV, but yeah, we are moving towards becoming a hub as well. So that particular part is under progress.
Let's also have a look at, on the note of partnerships. Let's have a look at into that dimension as well. Now, how can businesses and organizations benefit from partnering with TelioEV to implement their EV charging solutions, and what support does the TelioEV provide in this process?
Yeah. So for partnering with TelioEV, right, there are multiple models that are available. Even if you want to run a small scale business, you can partner with us for being a CPO. Even if you have a single charger or maybe two chargers, you can be the CPO at TelioEV, right? If you want to run your business as a separate entity, you want to show your own branding details on that business, right? We have a white label solution for you. So basically what we can do is we can give you a complete set of CMS and mobile apps for your own branding, right? Also, there is a powered by TelioEV customization available, right? If you want to use your own business branding with a powered by TelioEV logo towards the bottom of it, we have that offering as well, right? So these are the basic offerings. But yeah, we are also working on the partnership models with the OEMs. Wherever the OEM is giving a lot of their chargers, they can partner with TelioEV as their CMS provider. These kind of partnerships we are offering right now. And also for the support part, right? As I mentioned earlier, the support part starts as soon as the customer is onboarded for TelioEV. As soon as you sign a contract, there's a 3-step process. Our customer team, our customer success team will get to you. There is a 3-step process. We have KYT, KYC, and KYP. So basically KYT is know your team. Like everyone in our team is very tightly coupled with each other, so that like there's a good amount of communication that is being going on between the sales, between the customer success and the engineering team, right? Then know your customer. We have, as soon as the customer is onboarded, we have a KYC call with the customer, so that we need to better understand the needs of our customer. And then based on the needs that the customer has shared with us, we'll plan our next step accordingly. Right. And then know your product. Everyone in our team is following the know your product methodology to know everything that is being going on in TelioEV, so that they can address any concern that is being raised to them by the customer. So these type of initiatives we are taking in TelioEV to make sure that we make our customer reach the success.
And I stay optimistic about the advantages that you just mentioned, that the TelioEV is offering to its customers. Thank you, Gurpal, for providing such insights about the challenges that you see being faced by the EV charging space, the solutions that TelioEV is offering, what are the advantages that TelioEV is offering through those solutions, right? Thank you for being such a graceful guest. I'm sure that, see, these are we try to, but there is only so much that we can cover in a short amount of time as this, right? I'm sure that we'll need more time for having an in-depth look into each of these functionalities, each of these scenarios. And I'm sure that we'll have more sessions like this. Thank you for being so gracious with in this conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you to our audience for being such a patient and engaged one. We are grateful to have such support from you. We are committed to bring you more live wire conversations like these that contribute to an enriched understanding of e-mobility. I request you to follow us through our channels on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. See you soon. Until then, keep sending us your thoughts and questions, and happy e-motoring. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.